about like on the cultural differences. I think it's hard for somebody in the US or maybe in Europe that's not as familiar with Africa,
Yeah,
such a vast continent, so many
yeah.
different types of cultures. Even though everybody may be relatively close, it is a big continent, but
It is
there's
very
countries
big.
that are close to each other, but yet there's
Yeah,
things are so different. So talk about
yeah.
some of these cultural differences, and then we'll dive into like the money side as well.
Okay. So when I talk culturally, I believe Nigerians are a bit more outspoken. I think it makes sense why they're more out there as compared to Kenya. We're very soft spoken. But besides that, they and because of that, actually, we see Nigerians in so many fronts worldwide, and especially in fact of the startup industry in Nigeria. It's among the it's actually the highest in Africa. More, we have like around that 600 startups as of last year, and if you compare it with Kenya, around 1,100. So there's a vast difference in terms of how Nigeria puts itself out there. There's even a joke I read somewhere that also, okay, because of the poverty levels in Nigeria and lack of opportunities, unfortunately, there's also lots of brain drain from there, and we
Mm.
have most Nigerians leaving Nigeria to look for opportunities abroad. That this happens actually all across the continent, but for Nigeria it's a bit higher. Of course, higher population. And I was saying there's a joke I had about. Like you can be in Berlin and you can throw a stone and it will hit a Nigerian developer because of just how much there's so much brain drain from from the country. People looking for better opportunities. So in terms of culturally, yeah, um, I can also say that there's a lot of interaction. There's a lot of interaction. There's lots of Nigerians. I have very many Nigerian friends, even in Kenya, and our cultures. We understand each other's cultures a lot because of consuming it from maybe childhood. They put their life mostly through their movies and music out there, and yeah, most of us can be able to access it and know what's really happening in Nigeria.